Part 5. Setting up a number to call from to automatically initiate or trigger a Firebar conference. To change the USN system settings, you must first log in as the system administrator. You are then taken to the admin menu main page. The page we need to change is the service selection page, and here you can see the previous rules that have been defined for service selection. To add a new automatic service selection rule, press the Add button. And here displayed is the Add Service Selection rule with the various fields that I'll now talk about. You may notice that none of these rules are currently active on this particular USN. However, if I want to activate any particular rule, I check the tick box and press the Activate button. But before I do that, I want to show you how to edit and change a rule, which is basically the same as setting up a new rule. This is the Edit or Set Up Service Selection Rule page. The first line is the name of the rule, in this case the US Army 10 cab Firebar test. The next field sets the priority of the rule. We can have multiple priorities and multiple levels of service evoked for any particular service type. The next field is the originating switch. In this case we have it set to be any switch, so the call can originate from anywhere in the world or indeed in the network. The next field is the destination number. This is the main conference bridge number that's assigned to the USN. The next field is the source number. This is the calling line ID of the service initiating phone. It can be a red phone, a cell phone, a desk phone, or in fact any phone in the world. We don't necessarily have to have this number filled. It could be left blank, in which case anybody calling this number would trigger the Firebar conference. Alternatively, we could have left the destination number field blank, in which case the only way to trigger this call is to call from this phone with this calling line ID. The next field to consider is the Service to Invoke field. This is a list of all the rules that have been set up for this particular USN. You can see the one we've selected is the US Army Air Combat Brigade with an activation pin of 92077. This pin is in fact filled in for you in the last box of the setup page. When you are happy with these selections, simply press the Submit button and your service rule is now set up. The significance of the greyed out boxes are those rules that are currently not active. To activate a rule, simply check the checkbox and press the Activate button. And now your rule becomes active. This means that if I dial in from this source or calling line ID to this particular number, I will in fact trigger this Firebar. Let's test that out. And so to initiate my Firebar, all I need to do now is to call the main conference bridge number.
Please wait for the conference to begin. Thank you.
And my responders' phones are rung, and as they answer, they're joined onto the conference.
Thank you.
And all parties are now talking together. The conference will remain up until the last person clears down.